Dear MTA, as a native New Yorker who takes the train very consistently, even during times when it wasn't favorable to do so, like AKA COVID. And these days feels like I'm one of the only few paying customers that you got. It would be so nice to be able to take the train and not have to feel like at any second, from any corner, any direction, any stop, some shit is gonna go down. Mostly by someone very mentally unstable. There is a lot of crime in the subway. And you know what's really sad is that, I don't even mind dealing with panhandling because I've always felt like, to each his own with that, whether someone feels like they want to give or not, despite the fact that that has increased in crazy levels. But still, it's not something that I even particularly get bothered by. But I am very bothered by how expensive traveling on the MTA is when I look at the fact that you make it very difficult for me to pay. I am a cash is king girl. I rather work with my bucks or have the access to work with my bucks. And it seems like constantly it is getting harder and harder to find a working machine that takes bucks, and even harder and harder to find MTA workers that want to actually work. And again, I know that's not all MTA workers. I know that there's probably a lot of really wonderful, hardworking people that are under fucking staffed. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about all the people that I personally encounter that don't want to fucking work to help you, don't want to give you a solution. They have become so disengaged with what they even have to see and put up with that they don't even want to be a part of it. That's as if that's not frustrating enough. You have to deal with the discomfort of the danger, just constantly having people that create such instability. And it doesn't even stir people to the degrees that you would think. Even just tonight, some woman was getting beat up on the train. I was far back, and you hear a commotion or you hear something, but you don't know because it could be anything, right? It could be like someone trying to hold the door. At first, it appeared like it was just the door being held. Then all of a sudden, if it wasn't for a person, these women standing there that said a woman just got beat up, and then the man ran. And then you know what happened? Nothing. Barely got a reaction from most people. Most people were like, oh yeah, that's just what happens. That's just, what you see in the news. That's just what happens. And then we closed the doors and left. And again, granted, a lot of what we're seeing in the MTA, a lot of what we're experiencing is a side effect to so many of these wokey policies, so many unmanaged situations, and lack of proper staff. So no, I don't blame it all on the MTA or on the workers. It is part of a much bigger problem.